Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Alaracanfield Show, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And my good friend, Kimberly Crowe, is back with us. We always have such a wonderful time, wonderful conversations, wonderful processes that Kimberly brings through. So today we are talking about releasing the mind matrix and claiming your divine manifesting magic. All that and more. So some of what we're going to discuss today is about if you're ready to have a clear connection of your divine blueprint during these trying times. We all know it's trying times at the moment. And when you align your blueprint, your sovereign being flows in a whole new way of being evolves. The connection allows you to give meaning and context to the things that happen in your life. And we are going to retone and activate the dormant codes to go from reaction to creation. And when you clear the mind matrix, you'll find the truth of your sovereign one in achieving more clarity by connecting and awakening your divine blueprint. So we're going to talk about all of that more. Kimberly has been with us many, many times. Oh my goodness, I didn't even know. So often we have a wonderful time together. Kimberly is an everyday mystic and is known as the healer's healer. She is a sacred witness to the inner awakened mastery, I am Retonements. She is an internationally known visionary teacher, artist, and transformational healer with 30 years experience. She can help you achieve your heart's desires by turning into, clearing, and harmonizing your unique energy system. As guided by Divine Creator, Kimberly can tap directly into your soul to help you achieve your purpose and passions in life. Wow. So Kimberly, I'm so glad you're here with us, back with us again. Welcome.
We get to play today. We get to play. It's a good day.
Absolutely. So I'm going to let you get started with what we're talking about today, because it's always such a full call. We always have so much going on. You do so many wonderful processes, and then the big group process as well. So we are going to be taking live caller questions. So if you'd like to raise your hand, you can raise your hand, or you can type your question in the chat. So let's talk about, claiming your divine manifesting magic. Let's talk about that, and at the same time, aligning with your soul's blueprint.
Yes, we'll do that. Okay. So actually it's the manifesting the magic and money showing me that how it is magic, and when we align to that had came in, and then a newer piece has been coming and showing itself to me. And it's not that it's always been there. It's like suddenly we have this awareness and all of this, there's a clearing, and suddenly we can connect. And so the energy that's been showing up for me, which is, we're going to do this in the process, is the calling itself. And so it's like that energy that called you to be here on this planet. And that what that energy was and what you awakened to and said, yes, that I'll come in. And when it is the I'm going to use the word priority, lack of another word, but it's, when that's the priority, when that alignment is there for us, then connecting to the calling through the magic of the magic of the money is there, the magic of your manifesting, all of that starts to align for you, because we do it, and we can do it without connecting to our calling. But there's an energy of, then it's a yo-yo. It's like it's a yo-yo all of the time. So it's a little bit of the difference between force versus the power of it, when we're forcing something and when we're just riding in the flow of the power. Mm-hmm. So when we align to that energy. And so when it came in and it was showing me, and what I started seeing then in clients that I was working on, it's like as soon as it shows up and it shows you, then everybody that week comes in and it's like, oh, here this is. And I was seeing from the dramas and traumas and whatever, the derailing that has happened in this lifehood, in this body, and, through the different traumas, and then where we give our own personal power away to the external, to get our significance, to family, to whatever it is, jobs, anything. The callings, it's like we separate from the calling. And at times it's like, because we are dimensional beings having multiple dimensional experiences and multiple dimensional realities. Our calling can kind of like be off in another dimension. You know, it's still doing its thing because so is multidimensional. So it can be like we're here and like it's over here and we can't quite, you know, get to it because we're the ones that shut it out. We shut that down because we started getting our significance from other things around us. Does that make sense? So that's what's been coming in, is connecting to it and remembering the calling. And when you, it's like a being, you know, when you connect to it, it's just like if you're someone that connects to, you know, angels, whatever, your spirit guides, it's the same kind of thing. It's an entity, it's an essence to it. It's like, it's what you called you here, you know, it's what answered and said, okay, I'll come take it, I'll take a soul, I'll take a body, I'll take all of this in and form this being that I am to be this calling here on earth. So that's what we're gonna do in the group process today, is connecting to it and opening, clearing, and then opening up the spirals to call our calling back to us and to align to move the calling. And then from that, then we'll see what else happens. Like we'll connect to, you know, the other codes that are there, because really it's what carries all of our creation codes, you know, and the money codes and all of it. And it's like, when we align to that first, then it just makes all of the rest of it a whole lot easier to come into flow. So that's what we're going to do today.
And what we want is to be in flow, you know, for the most part, right? The best we can is to be in flow and get out of judgment, get out of limitation, get out of expectation, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's those, you know, that's the energies that disconnect us from the calling, the judgments, the doubt, the, you know, all of that, and then that trying to get our significance in other ways, that the approval, you know, the approval from the other, then it like closes us down. And then, you know, it starts as, if it's in kids, like even, you know, it's like, oh, I'm going to go here instead of, you know, following your own light and what that is.
Yeah. And actually, you know, it's also about, you know, not, you mentioned doubt, and a lot of times we doubt and we question. And I think right now, a lot of people are going through questioning their purpose, questioning their path. Are they on the right path? Are they, you know, are they fulfilling their purpose, etc.? But that's really not, it's not a judgment. It's more about we are awakening more of our gifts. We're awakening more of who we truly are, and we're evolving as a collective. We're also evolving individually. So we're going to start to question and grow into something else, right?
Yeah, the questioning is discernment.
Yeah.
There's, you know, that's your discerning self going, this doesn't feel aligned anymore. This doesn't serve me anymore. This is not fun. This doesn't, you know, when it starts. And then when those questions starts coming up, then, you know, that's the discernment going, there's something more to this. There's a reason I came to this planet. You know, there's something more to all of this. So yeah, can be, and that's when we do, you know, we're in the childlike energy of to be shown, to have spirit, to be open, to be shown to what that is.
And then trusting it, you know, at the same time, being open to be shown and then trusting what comes through.
Right. And the calling's not like, okay, so my calling is, I know I'm a transformational teacher. It's like, that's what I'm here to do. That's why I came to, I mean, you look at my astrology chart, you look at my numerology, every single, I don't care if it's Western, if it's Vedic, if it's Mayan, whatever it is, it's all of mine is to be of service to humanity and to be through transformation. Yeah. And I had a big epiphany, I can't say that today, just last week, of who my ideal clients are. You know how like everybody's telling you got to have your niche and know who this is. And it's like, but I don't ever see that. What it's like, they come for all kinds of different things. And then I finally got it. It's like this big, like, da-da, amen. And it's like the people that connect to me, they're the renegades. They came here knowing that they're going to transform the world through their gifts, and that's the common thread that they all have. It doesn't matter what their job is world, but that they carry the essence of, we are here to transform the world with their gifts, and that they know that there's something more within them, and that they're here to, that there's something more. There's that energy of there's something more. And so that, to me, that's the calling, because the calling doesn't care how I do that. I get to write, how I teach transformational, how I stand in service for transformation. It doesn't care if I do it teaching crystal classes, or how to, whatever, I'm just making up stuff, cook, bake, vegan, or, it doesn't, it's like, just so it's experience in it. And it's, that's the energy, that's what the calling was. So it can be that, what do you call that? That formless, that esoteric. It doesn't mean like that it's going to come into everybody like, oh, I know the calling, I'm going to, play the piano. It's like and the piano could be transformation. That could be the transformational energy that you came here to do, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be like specific like that. And it might be for some people. But, and I think that's when we start thinking, that like, what's the Pacific thing? What is it? Where is it at? And then we kind of get lost in the muck of everything. When it's being the calling.
And it's not necessarily the doing, but it is the being. Who are you being? What are you embodying? That quality, whatever it is that you want to share, are you embodying that? But it's really, because a lot of people, they want clarity, right? They want that clarity. Just tell me, what is my purpose? What is my path? What is blah, 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 right? Just tell me. And the thing is, nobody can really tell you, because it's going to feel different for each person. And you're going to know it and feel it when it's time for you to know it and feel it. Right? Like you're going to
waiting.
Yeah.
The waiting for the clarity is going to keep you stuck.
Yeah.
That's the difference in between, reacting and creation, and being in the process of creation. It's like, it's
about continuing to live your life, doing what brings you joy, and being a contribution and service to humanity and consciousness. And your path will unfold in that, like, then that's when you'll get it. It's like, this is me. And that's when you're on the right path, or you're on the path, is like, this is me. Absolutely. Because you're doing it, you're being it, you're embodying it. And it's not something you're searching for per se. It's just who you are.
Yeah. You feel it in your being, in your essence. Yeah. And when there's so much, there's an energy to that when we connect to it, and then how the manifestation comes in, and even what that energy is, and the flow of it. It's like staying in alignment of that, and what that really is, and how it can magically come to you in all kinds of different ways, if we don't so much that we don't judge that either, because then sometimes we can't receive, because we are expecting something in a certain way.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then there's no way for the magic to come in.
We're trying to control how it comes in. I was just going to ask, so how is this resonating with you all at the moment? Because it's a crazy time right now, and we're all being triggered, and at the same time we're being pulled in different directions. And we are in the Lionsgate portal right now, so there's a lot of energy coming in, and it can be intense for a lot of people, right? So you might be looking at different things in your life and wondering, is this really me? Do I want to do something else? And it's great to question, and it's great to look, but always come back to your heart space. What feels good to you? What feels good to you? Right? What lights you up? That's what I would say to that. Because I know I'm doing a lot of searching, at the moment, like doing a lot of research, doing a lot of training, doing a lot of learning, because I'm a lifelong seeker. I mean, I love to learn. about different things, right? So I am going through that phase myself, but it's also about, tapping into who you are. Who are you? And asking yourself the questions, you know, what did I come here to experience? What did I come here to do and be? And you'll get the answers slowly but surely if you ask from your heart space, not from your head. Go ahead.
No, that was when you brought up the Lionsgate. I'm going to use that energy um, in the package that I'll be offering later. The first call is going to be on the Lionsgate. So this whole energy, it was like perfect. When you said you're supposed to be on this week, and it's like, oh yeah, I am, and it's like, oh, how perfect. It's like that was divine timing. It's like I never paid any attention to the date, and then it's like light bulbs went off, and it's like this is absolutely perfect timing that the universe, put this in sync at this time, because I get to utilize the Lionsgate energy in in doing the transmissions, and that energy is here to support us. And I play in astrology that way, and all of those energies are here to support us if we're here, if we set the intention to utilize the energy.
Yeah.
And so we're in that alignment right now. And I'm trying to remember. I just went blank on my stuff. Jupiter went retrograde in Aquarius yesterday, and somebody was asking me, what does that mean? And it's like that Jupiter energy is expansion, and that the Aquarian energy is, the humanitarian, and it's inward now. We just went retrograde with that until December. So we're in that time period again of that inner reflection, and what are we here for? What are we here for? To expand humanity. That's the energy that's going to be coming, up in the consciousness.
Yeah.
It's the internal part of that, and how do we utilize the energy for that? And then, and like you said, we're in the middle of the Lionsgate energy, which I think is on the 26th this year. It's always between the 23rd, 26th, somewhere in there that we're in those portals are there for the alignment. So we have that energy to anchor it in. And you don't have to know all about it. Sometimes you'll just realize that you're in sync with the moon and the energies that's there, but it's like you can utilize those cosmic rays in your creations, and and how that you're doing that. So it's all support. It's like tools that are there for us to support us.
Absolutely. And some people might be asking, well, how do we use these cosmic rays to support us? Just by having that intention. Like when I go walking with Neil, I'm looking at the sky, I'm looking at the sun, I'm looking at the trees, I'm looking at the butterflies. There's so many. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for all the codes coming through right now. Right. And I just start thanking. And when you do that, you are automatically, recognizing that support, right? And acknowledging that support that is always there. You don't have to ask for it necessarily. It's always there. It's always coming through. But it is about us acknowledging it and focusing on it a little bit a little bit if we can, to for me, it's like to even like accentuate a little bit more the energies and the intensities so that you have more ease with them.
Yes. Right, that you have more ease with them. Because if you feel the dis-ease in your, the dis-ease happening, and then there's probably something that's going on that day, with the planets and stuff, and it's affecting something, and then like you can feel it, in the energy. You can feel the whole thing with it. I had experience the other day, and it's just somebody rear-ended me, and it was in 5:30 traffic, and the guy fell asleep in traffic. Okay, how do you fall asleep in 5:30 traffic? He said he saw the traffic was moving slow, and then he fell asleep and hit me. And I thought, wow, how much my rear end was his wake up call. It's like, okay, I really am here to do transformation with people, and so with that, it's like I'm in this journey right now, because it knocked my axle and axis out because he didn't hit his brakes, and my eye was his brake. So, I mean, it was like a sonic boom. And really, to look at my car, it doesn't look like, that much happened, because my body took the impact. It threw my spare tires up under my car, and it threw it out into another lane. So cars are designed now to kind of collapse in so we don't get hurt. So those things happen. But anyway, what it did was, because it is realigning my axle and axis, and I've been going in and connecting, going inward and connecting to see what's in there. And I saw this timeline coming off of me that was all twisted and kinked and knotted. It's like like how a necklace gets all tangled, and and you can't get it out. And then it had this big golden orb on it. And it was like whatever, like the assignment that wants to come in now, because the assignments change. It's like, okay, do that. Now we have, the next assignment that comes in. Like, what's the next thing that's coming in? And it had all this entanglement. And when I went to it, it was like, you can go into each one of those nooks and cracks and all the derailment. That was the word I was getting. All the derailment that's ever happened, and all the parallels and all of the lifetimes, and be in this for, quite a while. Or you can just unplug from it. It's like, just take that, unhook from that, and bring in the assignment, connect it, bring the assignment in to the calling, and alignment with that. So sometimes I think that's, when we're using that as the intention, and we're not still in the loops, because when we're looping, and it was just like all of it, I mean, every moment of it, it was just, he had one of those orange reflector, vest on. And like all of it. I mean, I was watching the symbols of everything in the moment of this. It's like he fell asleep. I was his wake up call. He's wearing a reflective vest. I mean, it was like all of these little messages that were wrapped up into all of it. So that, yeah. And when you look at things with that, and the ahas of it, and you laugh, you laugh with it, and then you are in gratitude, because honestly, when it happened, I saw like 3 parallel realities at the same time. I saw myself go out of the window and like bust my head. I saw it when it happened in such a split second. I saw myself hit the truck in front of me, which didn't happen. It's like all of these things, there was these choices that happened at once. And I literally called a friend as soon as I got in my driveway, and I said, okay, you answered. I just wanted to know what dimension I was in, or maybe you're in the same one as me. And I was like, evidently I signed back up because I'm still here. That was like 2
Thank
weeks
goodness.
ago.
Thank goodness.
Right. And then all of these like opportunities have like just suddenly, I was like, okay, I'm ready for the next assignment. And then all these opportunities have just like showed up. And
Awesome.
and yeah. So sometimes it's like that we just go, okay, I'm done with that gnarly piece of whatever that is. And I'm ready for the assignment.
And next.
Yeah.
Right.
And
next.
that gratitude, Hawking's work. What was his name? You know who I'm talking about? The guy that did power versus force.
Stephen Hawking.
Is it? Yeah. Is that his work? Where he did the vibrations of the words and stuff. And gratitude is one of the highest vibration words. So when you're in that, like you said, just being thankful for the sun is shining, the flowers, the beauty of it, that's raising your vibration.
Yeah. And it's raising your vibration, but also you're then able to receive the codes and frequencies that are, coming through at that moment, or at this time as well.
Right, because nature itself, if we watch it, and it's like it has codes for us all of the time. It's supporting us. It's like our own environment. Actually, somebody gave me a cactus, and I went out, and just this week, all of a sudden, it's grown like 4 inches, and you all, it's a spiral. There's a vortex out there. You know how like in Sedona, when there's a vortex, the trees start growing in that. The cactus is doing that. And I thought it the other day, I thought that cactus is starting to spiral. And I forgot, it's one of those, it's just one of those big, tall, skinny ones, you know, whatever those kind of called. And
nice.
It's growing in a spiral. And it's like, this morning I was just like, you really are spiraling for me. This is like everything's
nature
like
at its best, right?
Right. And it's showing me there's a vortex here. Just tap into the energy of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I noticed that there was a vortex down the road from me. Down at the end, there was an older tree that was turned like that. And I thought, there's a vortex in my neighborhood. And the tree's gone now. Like one of the storms got it. And it's like that vortex didn't leave. It moved over, and now it's showing itself in my cactus. You know, it's like, okay, it found another fulcrum to come through.
Yeah. And what else, right? What else is coming through? What else is playing with you right now? What else is, contributing to you?
So that's what energy will do for us. That's what nature will do for us. You know, when we're aligned, it's like, okay, you recognize me. I'm here for you to utilize.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So do you want to take some caller questions?
Sure.
Sure. Why not? Right. Yeah. Okay. 1 second here. 1 second. Let's see. Janine, you want to unmute yourself?
Hello. Hi, everyone. Thank you,
Hi.
Laura. Thanks. Thanks, Kimberly. Hi. Yes, I've always got lots of questions, as you know. I just wanted
Keep
to ask.
it to one. Keep it to one, please.
Yeah, no, well. I just want to ask, in regards to my receiving in that, why am I not receiving if I live in nature, I do all the work? What is going on with my receiving or what is
okay? Let me look at your field and see, because I'm getting that you're like where I was talking about those dimensions. There's something stuck. It's like not aligned, not brought, or you thrown something out. Okay, let me look and see. Okay, I'm going to go into your field now and see what is going on. I'm hearing with it's your codes to your receiving. Okay, so it went straight to your throat, and I felt it's weird because it's like it's up high. It almost looks like those those kind of bracelet necklaces that they wear, that makes their necks long.
African tribes.
Yeah. So I saw that on you, and it's like and like this energy is like holding this back, and then like the head looks tilted up. So it's not in alignment. So you actually have a generational curse. So there's some energy with that's coming in from another dimension. So how does it serve you to carry that?
I don't know, because no one else in my family but me.
So when the calling called and you came in and took the codes. So you're okay. I'll take that to you. To what are you going to do with it?
Oh,
what did you say yes? What did you say yes to?
In what? Sorry, I'm not sure what you're saying.
When you said that you're the only one in your family, so what is it within you that there's a part that you signed up for that? It's like, instead of going, oh, it's just me, nobody else has it. What was it that you took that to I'm putting the words in here, to transform it? And it's like when you connect to the superpower that has the transforming energy to transform this, then there's a breakthrough that happens. So ask what dimension it's in.
What dimension is it in?
See try to get your own answers here. It's like
I see what you're saying. Sorry.
You're just like totally deflecting me. It's like hard for to be in your field because you're deflecting the energy.
Maybe starseed.
Okay. Okay, there you go. Okay, so connect to that. Connect to your starseed energy. Is it safe to allow it to come in?
No.
you say no?
Not sure what to do.
I'm not sure if Janine is getting it. I think she
No.
is not getting it. She's not getting the answers or the information.
She's deflecting it. Okay, so in this, it's the starseed energy. So what, if I were you, what I would do is connect to it as a being and then nurture it and allow it to connect to you, because it carries those codes for you. And when you allow that to integrate within your essence, I feel it at your belly button, and I also feel it in your whole sacral area. So when you start connecting to that and integrate that energy, then you're going to have a shift. You're going to have a shift in the way that you're manifesting. I mean, I can't do all of that with you in 2 seconds. It's
Just to
like
ask you, how would I connect? How would I work it?
okay. Okay, so
That's a whole other call, a whole other
Oh,
class.
is it? Sorry. I mean,
No,
would I
feel
call
it.
in or-
feel into the energy. Feel
I
into
feel
the and see how do you get your knowings? Do you get it as knowings? Do you hear it? Do you see it? How does it come in for you?
my knowings. It's more like your awarenesses of like just
So it's a knowing.
connections of connections and getting information through like almost puzzle pieces.
Okay. So connect to the puzzle pieces of that and bring, allow them to come in and to form. I'm seeing it like clay, like it wants to be molded, and for you to say yes to it instead of deflecting the energy. When you do that, then that energy is going to come back. Well, when I do the group process, then we'll bring in those parts of that, because you've got the energy that it's not safe to be on Earth, if there's some energy with that. And I'm sure other people do too. So let's download that energy right now for everybody, so that now there's anxiety coming up. Just when I said that, there's like a panic that come up, and it's just like, oh no, I can't embody, and it's like you're trying to get away from the energy.
Yes.
Okay. So let me download what it's like to be safe on Earth, because even saying that to you is a total like panic energy. Okay, so breathe in and allow that energy to come into your body. It's like the love and the nurture and the support from Gaia herself, that it is safe to be on Earth.
Thank you.
And that was for everybody. That wasn't just for Janine.
Yes.
Yeah, that was for everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Janine.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
One step closer.
Good. Awesome. Rebecca, you want to unmute yourself?
Hey there.
Hey, there's Rebecca.
Hi.
I'm gonna put my camera on. Now I need my glasses.
We can see
Hey,
you.
there you are. You too. I'm gonna go where I have a little setup where I can prop up my phone, I think. Oh, well, anyway. So my question is about my life purpose. And I feel like I'm partially living it, but I don't have the fulfillment that I feel is possible of like really more fully stepping into my purpose.
Okay, so are you asking me what your life purpose is, or how to step into it? How to step into it?
how to step into it. Yeah. Like, is there something blocking me or,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So let me look at your energy. So I'm getting a headache, like trying to come into your energy field. And so there's over this, this is the left eye, and the left eye, there's like it's a heaviness. And so lots of times left eye represents inner reflection to me, and how we see ourselves, and then how we're reflecting that out into the world. So there's some, okay, there's like a what I call emotional implant there, but that you're holding on to that, like you're hiding behind that to say to stay safe. Boy, I'm already getting tongue-tied. The energy's coming in.
Is it possible that energy is actually my toxic roommate? He's a narcissist, and I'm working really hard to get out of this situation, and I'm closer than I've ever been.
Well, it's like it's sitting right here on you. It's like right here. It's on the outside. So connect to the energy and see if it's yours.
What's that?
Connect to it and see if it's yours. If you think it's somebody else's, ask the energy. How are you allowing him to hook you?
He's triggering my issues with self-worth and self-respect.
Yeah, that was in a reflection. Yeah, that's what. That was the energy. Yeah. So
and
how is
mom issues, because he's basically a large male version of my mom's energy.
So how is that serving you to stay little, to allow that energy to be in your field?
Well, then I don't have to face my greatness.
So breathe in. And I want you to connect to the inner, like we're going to open up your central colon and connect to the energy of your greatness. Just connect to that. Don't focus about anybody else or anybody else's drama or derailing, just the frequency of your greatness, what that feels like. Breathe that in, the first breath that you took with your greatness.
It's scary and unfamiliar, but tinged on the sides with like excitement and hope. It's like a voice in me saying, who do you think you are? You know, to think you have greatness in you, even though I think every one of us does.
Okay, so disconnect that voice. It's not yours. That's not your greatness. That's something that's, you know, the insecurities from somebody else that you allowed to hold you back. We use the stuff as their excuse, and then we keep using it as that. It's like, yeah, they have it, but then I'm seeing it like, it's almost like a corkscrew into here at you at this brow. How does it make you safe to keep that energy?
Well, I grew up in a satanic cult, being ritually abused. And part of my mission is to speak out about that, which is scary. I would say it used to utterly terrify me, but now it's only scary. And so staying small, even though it's not the truth, it feels like it keeps me safe in some way.
Right, it doesn't bring the attention to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a kid, I wanted to be invisible. Like I wanted to be so small that they couldn't find me. I could hide under a blade of grass.
Okay, so let's just disconnect from all of that and connect to that energy of the greatness and stay focused with it. So I would do some breathing with that, some circular breathing, and to breathe in that energy of your greatness. and like start connecting with it instead of the past and those energies that others put onto you. I don't know how else to say
Blind
it.
me with.
Right. So it's like to connect, just keep connecting to the greatness and breathing that in like a circular breath with it, that you breathe in your greatness and then you breathe out like the transformation, and breathe it in, and then to just keep doing the breath back and forth with that as you're clearing those energies. And that it's safe to, we'll download that for everybody. And we'll do this in the container later, that it's safe to be your greatness, to be your calling. Because all of that others is distortions that other people got derailed too. And that's what we're doing here in humanity is taking the dark to transmute it into the light. I mean, that's what this whole planet's about. It's a planet of, duality and polarity. It's not the planet. She's holding the space for us. It's not Earth. It's humanity's consciousness that is that. And she's the place of light that carries this energy for to hold the space for us to be able to transmute this. Okay, so let's close the access point to those energies that broke your aura, that came in. It's like that energies, that voice is not there anymore. It's like to close the access point to that voice. Is it safe for you to do that now?
Yes.
Okay. So close that access point and then allow that greatness to just keep coming in and filling your vessel. Okay, so do that, and then we'll do this group thing, and more stuff will happen. Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Rebecca. Good. All right, Pat. We're going to go quick through the next couple so we can do our process.
Yeah,
for sure.
I know. It's like, those are so big and it's like, wait a minute.
Hi, Pat.
Hello. Hi, Kimberly.
Hi.
I was wondering, am I receiving new light codes each day? My dream states are amazing. They're different each day. It's very powerful. I'm feeling.
Feel her energy, the expansion of that. Thank you, Pat, for receiving new light codes every day. Of course you are.
Yeah, I feel
there are new light codes there for us every day. It's opening our aperture, and it's just like, the lens. And then when we open our aperture, then that is when all of those, we connect to the creation codes, to that expansion, and then that more light can come in, which are your creation codes. And it's like, so that light is there every day. So it's aligning to that. Crystal wise, apophyllite, for anybody that, it's a good one if you can get a hold of apophyllite to put on your third eye. I do that when I wake up in the morning. I put apophyllite. They look like little pyramids. I put an apophyllite here and then other crystals. And I do that. I do breath with that and go into that place of neutrality. And then I'm in the no mind. And in the no mind, in that void, is when all creation comes in at,
okay.
And so that's what, for whatever reason, they brought that up, because holding that energy of that is pure light. And that's what it feels like.
I have a lot of different crystals. I don't have the one you mentioned, but I have all kinds of other ones.
Yeah, because when I see you, like here, like I see like a triangle here at your third eye that looks like the apophyllite. It's in my bedroom. I wish I had it sitting out there with me.
So there's a triangle there.
Yeah, so you can connect to it without having the stone and just align to that energy. So it's one of the higher vibrational ones.
Okay.
That just brings in that, like that light of greatness, the energy of it.
It's called apocali.
Apophyllite. I
Apocalypse.
don't know how to spell it.
Apophyllite.
know.
A-P-H-O, I don't know. Apophyllite. I don't even know.
Lite.
Yeah.
They all end in, yeah, ITE or whatever. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank
Yep,
you, Pat.
you're receiving them. So just keep anchoring them in. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Destiny. Oh, thank you, Pat. So please, everybody, yeah, apophyllite, Barb. Thank you. That's how you spell it.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, there's something going on in my sacral chakra, but it's like my sacral chakra all the way down to my feet. I was wondering if you could see what's happening there.
So when you say there's something going on, what is it that you're feeling?
I am feeling energy actually it's my lower body. My lower body is just like tingling, but not in a good way.
Okay.
Like it's
let's
under
cons-
attack. It feels like it's under some kind of, I don't want to say that, but it feels like, yeah, it's not good, whatever.
Okay, let's see what it is. Open up your feet and let that energy out. It's like it's like if you open up the soles of your feet and then just let that energy drain out into earth.
See, that's the thing. It's almost like they're blocked. Alara had to, actually, I should have did the meditation. So he did a meditation for me to open my feet up. So this has happened before.
Yeah. So that it's like, that's the answer. It's like to open up your feet and feel that connection to earth, because when you close them off, then it's like, then there's this energy that's going like this, and because you can't, the energy's not circulating down into that crystalline core,
Well, you know
and
what?
then
It's
back
not-
up.
It's not me closing them off. That's the thing. Oh,
Okay,
Oh.
so, but you're who opens them. It's like the aperture that's there of opening and closing. We are.
I'm gonna concentrate on totally opening them. Okay, I'm gonna
Breathe
push
into-
down.
Yeah, breathe into that connection, and that it's safe to open this.
When I do that and I go down into my central column, there's like I feel a bloop. Like there's an energy there that's just like a bloop. So it's like, so there must be like a block in my central column.
Okay,
Right at my
so let's blow that out. Blow it out like you would, like with fire breath or something, like the way the whale blows out the snot, the flubbers for the day.
My heels. There's something at my heels.
Are you in
You know what? Maybe I could.
I'm gonna call it an intimate relationship. Are you in an intimate relationship?
No. Actually, I just ended one.
Okay. Then you need to blow that energy out of your field, because it's not your energy. And when we're in intimate relationships, when we're in sexual relationships and there's sexual exchange with people, then we, especially women, we take that energy on. So you've got.
No. You know what's really strange? Last night I just did. My inner child, my 2-year-old child, was sexually abused, and I'm kind of processing that today. My inner child was sexually abused, so that's what you're sensing, I'm thinking.
Yeah, there's some sexual energy in there that's not yours. I mean, it's not yours to keep carrying. So, like we separate it off to protect themselves. So it's like time to like blow it out, like let it blow it into earth and out of your body.
Yeah, that's really weird. I just felt a really strange. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Destiny. And yeah,
Yeah. We'll
good.
keep bringing in that divine light through your crown and kind of laying that through your central column as that keeps flushing out. That will hold you in this sacred container to keep flushing that energy out.
And stay for the group process, okay?
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, guys. Have a blessed day.
Awesome, thank you. All right. So 2 more quick little questions, and then please don't raise your hand anymore, people, okay? Because you know how I am. It's like I just, just don't raise your hand. Chanel, you want to quickly have a quick question? Chanel, you want to unmute yourself? Yes, no, maybe so.
I did it.
There you go. Yeah, awesome. What's your question for Kimberly?
I have I have been listening to this call from the beginning, but on my phone now, I'm at home. So I have such an anxiety and PTSD and panic attacks lately that I can't do anything. Like literally, forget about doing my purpose. I have a hard time taking my dog out to pee. I'm just having a hard time standing in my kitchen. My brain is going bzz, 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 just scanning and not stopping anywhere. What is that? I mean, I do have GAD, generalized anxiety disorder, that I was diagnosed with by a neurologist, but how do I get rid of it? And it wasn't this bad like a month ago or maybe 2 months ago.
Anxiety is fear of the future. So it's like whatever that future was that you started being afraid of, like you gave kind of power to it. And so you're in the cycle now, it's like the cycle of this just spinning, spinning, spinning. And so I want to say this to you. Anytime I'm not telling people not to go to allopathic doctors or holistic doctors or whatever you go to, but don't take the diagnosis in, like say, that was good. You said they diagnosed me, with, don't say I have this. You said I have this, I was diagnosed with. So leave the I have this part out.
Okay.
And say their diagnosis, it's theirs. That pushes it away from you, because if we keep saying it, then we're recreating it every time we say it. We're bringing it in to our body. So the body is going, okay, I have this, so I have to act this out and I have to be this, because we are the ones telling our body and all of our systems to be that. And you understand what I'm saying? So deflect it. That's a good time to deflect energy. Whoever that was deflecting me a while ago, deflect those kinds of things. It's like, so yeah, put it outside of yourself, and it's okay to go and get help and to, be able to move through it, but do that. Okay. So how is that? What I'm going to ask you is the same question I've been asking everybody. How does that benefit you to have that? What does it keep you? It's like it's keeping you from having to do something in the world.
Yeah.
So
and you were so right at the beginning that this anxiety is, I'm afraid of the future, something, and then I'm so attached to that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's totally, I'm just looping. So it's like doing my purpose. I'm an artist and an actor and a producer, and I have all these movie projects sitting at home, and I'm so stressing over even, what if they say yes? I'm even more stressing about that, because then I have to be responsible for something. And
okay, there you go. That's how it serves you. Then you have to be responsible for something.
Yeah.
It's like that's the energy. So you have to keep this going on. It's like a hamster wheel. It looks like you're on the hamster wheel, and it's just spinning faster and faster and faster and faster and faster.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see if you can just unplug from that. It's like if you can, for just a moment, if you did that, to unplug from it. And we're going to do that when we unplug from these matrices. Like I'm going to go through and I'm going to teach you all how to unplug from the matrices.
Okay.
There's no reason for me to do that with everybody because we're going to do that in the processes. But that's when you feel it come in, then disconnect from that mind construct because it's a mind construct that you've created. And this is for everybody on here. It's like we created it and it's out there. And it's part of our mind because we created it from all the derailment and the traumas and dramas. So we're going to we're going to go through a process to disconnect from those. And so when
Okay.
you start feeling that come in, because if I feel a scenario coming in and I go to something like that, I just disconnect from it. It's like disconnect from that mind construct. And then, if I unplug from it and disconnect from it, then I can see the bigger picture. If it's just here and that's all I can be is in that mind construct, then I can't see outside of it either. So I just have to disconnect from it.
Got it.
Because
No,
that's
you're,
what it is. They're mind constructs.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you,
Thank
Chanel.
you.
And stay and wait for the group process. Okay, stay with us for that. All right.
So much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So really quickly, Angela had written in the chat long time ago, Angela, sorry. Over the last 2 days, I have felt cold, numbness in my palms and pain in the root chakra while moving from a sitting position. Are these related to the energies going on right now?
Well, yeah, because it's happening now. So it is. Yeah, let me see what's going on with her. There's something going on physically in her sacral. It looks like it's tilted forward. Like her SI joint is tilted forward on the right side. So there's something with that and it's impinging on something. But so it's like not moving forth. There's something about not moving forth with the energies.
So I just want to add really quickly, I didn't have numbness, but I had like sciatica pain for like 2 or 3 days, not today, but 2 or 3 days. And it was like, oh my goodness. And I was doing everything. I was walking, I was doing grounding, I was doing balancing. And finally yesterday I had to take an Advil. I was like, okay, I'm done. And then the energy's now shifted, but I know I wasn't.
Right. And it's going to show up in our body, like the different, I was doing fire breath yesterday. And then when I stopped, that's a good one to do, where you do your hands back. Can you all see my hands? You do your hands back and forth like this, and you're breathing through your nose. And then do that for a couple of minutes. And then when you stop, it was just like, oh, I could feel, different places in my body that the energy was blocked.
Yeah. So
there are things like that, to use the breath to do for yourself. And it's like, oh, this is out of alignment. And I had, and I was contributed into, getting the rear-ended part. But I know that happened because now I'm going to massage and, the chiropractor twice a week and the massage twice. It's like it's because it was so that I could bring in these energies. Sometimes
absolutely.
our bodies need that, need a different frequency to be here to move stuff out. And it's like, oh, okay, this is lined up for this.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm getting for her to do, that fire breath. Can you see my hands? You just go back and forth with your hands like this to your heart, touch it, and you breathe through your nose. And then you might want to do Kegels and hold that at your root chakra, since it's it, hold it tight, and then do the breath and then release it all. And that's going to start moving some energy through your body.
Awesome.
Okay.
Look, let us know, Angela. All right, Linda, really quick question. What you got? If you're there.
Okay, I can unmute myself. Okay,
you're there.
Kimberly, hi, nice to see you. Thanks, Alara, again. You're so sweet. My question is, I've been feeling my third eye opening more and more.
Yay.
Yeah, it's really great because I've been dreaming and I'm starting to remember some of my dreams. So is this part of the ascension stuff?
Well, of course it is.
I was gonna say, Linda, is it? You know the answer to
this. That's great that that's coming in. So yeah, and that you're the yeah, there's codes that are coming in your dreams. I'm seeing a lot of colors and different color things like that. So there's some energy with that that's coming in. Yeah, so just be in the process of that and keep opening up and receiving your greatness. Ask to connect to the calling and the purpose, and it will start aligning with you. You know, when we invite it in, it's like when we're pushing it away, then it has no place to come in for us because it's always waiting for us. So just use the breath to connect to it. Let it know, like, you're all excited and giddy and ready to align to this and to bring this in.
That's
So
awesome.
that's great.
Good.
Thank you.
Way to go, Linda.
Thanks, honey.
Keep at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love
we're
you
glad
both.
to-
You know that.
Love you
We're glad
too.
to know that. It's like we're cheerleading, and it's like, yeah, we'll take that. I'm glad we got to connect to her and she could tell us that. A win
Yeah.
for the day.
Absolutely. Awesome. Thank you, Linda. Okay.
Yep.
So
Love you guys.
love you too. Thank you.
With it. She has stayed with the energy and keep doing the work. So she has. Yeah. That's great.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
All
The
right,
energies
so
are, you're already yawning, you're already
know,
going
right?
out.
So I know I want to do the process, but do you want to talk
Right.
about the special offer first, or do you want to talk about that after? Totally up to you. Whatever you want to.
I don't know. What do you want to do? You want to do that? We'll talk about the offer roll. It won't take me a second to talk about it.
So
It's on the page. Go read it.
Exactly. But the offer for Kimberly is available at alara.at/show/Kimberly7. And I'll just put it in the chat really quickly as well. But yeah.
Yeah. So it's the Money is Magic. It's a whole program that you'll be in the Kajabi. Kajabi is where my platform is. That's where my member, so it's there. There are processes to do that are already in there. And then, so you'll get that, you'll get access to that library, the platform. And I've been adding, I can't talk anymore. The energies are trying to come in. They're going, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So that platform's there and you'll be able to go to access it right away and go into it. We're going to do 3 live calls. And the first one is going to be on 8/8. So, and if you can't be there, that I think it's a Saturday or Sunday, the
It's the
replays
weekend,
will
yeah.
be put into your library. So you'll have access to that. And so during that, I don't know that I really made that clear on that page. There'll be like 8 days of transmissions that'll be sent. So I set up a crystal grid and I did, I put processes in there on how you can set up your own crystal grid if you don't know how. And I'll set up a crystal grid and your name will go on that. And so daily, like, transmissions will be going in, and I'll be like going, I'll do recordings and upload those into it to let you know what came in and where we're at with it. And then on the days of the calls, we'll talk about the energy and receive whatever the codes are that are coming in. Okay. Is there anything else? And then in the other one, you get a 30-minute session with me.
Absolutely. So package A is
Does that cover everything?
$97. Package B is $147, and you definitely want to work with Kimberly if you can. You know, with in the personal one-on-one. She's amazing. So and you'll get more clarity, more whatever you need. You know, more transmissions and whatever you need in that 30 minutes. She goes deep.
Oh yeah, and then they get access to my membership library for 2 months.
Yeah,
for 2 whole
too.
months. And there's probably, I have no idea, there's probably over 200 recordings in there now, you know, because I'm creating programs all the time and adding the things in there. And even if you're doing the replay calls, you're still going to receive energy. It's like, because all of those activations are timeless, you know, even if I'm talking about the astrology of the day, it doesn't, you know, that part, it just is what we do in the 3D. But the transmissions themselves are timeless, and whatever the energy is that's coming in with that is always there for you. You'll receive, like, because I've been editing to create this program for you all, and I did the call today that I did on the calling. I'm editing it to put it in there,
Mhm.
and it was all kinds of things happen to me. It's like, oh, another level. I totally forgot about this. This is so good. And it's like, that's what you're supposed to talk about today. Aligned calling. So
There
I
you
feel
go.
it too when I go back in. And that, yeah. So anyway, that's what's in it.
Awesome. So
Okay.
again, those two packages, special offers are available at alara.at/show/Kimberly7. Package A for $97, package B, which includes a 30-minute personal session for $147, and 2 and 3 part payment plans are available for both. Okay, so check it out. We want to do the process. We're like, we
We're
want
ready
to
to
do the
do
grow
the process.
Yeah, the energy's already flowing. I'm sure you can all feel it. So, enjoy.
Okay. We ready? Let's get ready here. So we're going to use our breath. And so use your breath. And as you breathe in your greatness, breathe in the energy of your greatness and what that was like when you knew that energy. It could have been the breath before you embodied, the energy that you brought in, and what that felt like when you were totally connected to that energy. So we're going to breathe in the greatness and breathe out transformation. And I'm hearing breathe in clarity and to breathe out compassion. And then to breathe in compassion. And then to breathe out peace. Okay. So just bring your awareness into your heart space and into your sacred chamber. And you'll know where that is. It's within the chambers, really between the heart and the heart. And so sometimes it's easier to go through the back door into the energy because of the traumas and dramas that we put heart walls up. So we can open up that back door and go into our own sacred chamber. This is our own inner awakened master self, the part that's always been, that never disconnected from spirit, that little part of that big light that you came to be. Feel the spark of that and connect to the energy. And we're going to invoke the calling and that frequency of your own individual calling to connect to you at your sacred chamber. And so as you sit with that and receive that energy, to just be in your heart, I'm going to ask to disconnect from the chaotic mind of humanity, the chaotic mind matrix that's out there. So there's a cord that you yourself plugged into from your third eye into all of that chaos that's out there outside of yourself. Because somewhere, if we're plugged into it, there was a belief that we would know that there were answers out there in that chaos. If we stayed connected to it, then we would be safe and we would know the answer. So just disconnect from that. Just ask to disconnect from it. It's not your truth. And you'll feel that cord, your own psychic energy, come back into your third eye. This is your energy. And so we're going to close that access to all that chaos. So feel that energy coming back into you to utilize these energy, your own awareness, your own intuition. And now we're going to disconnect from our own mind construct, our personal mind construct that we created in this lifetime, in this lifehood from the experiences. We're just going to ask to disconnect from it. And you may feel that in different places of your body of where you connected into that mind construct. So we're just disconnect, put it over to the side. And if there's any accumulated knowledge that you need, it's here for you within your own sacred chamber, your connection to spirit. So breathe that in and into your center. So we're going to reinforce this energy that it's safe to be on earth, that it's safe to connect to Gaia and the truth of her love, and that all love supporting energy that she has. So breathe that in. And at that spark of divine light that's within that sacred chamber, you're going to open up this vortex energy. And so it's a vortex that goes from your heart all the way up your central column. It opens goes all the way up, out past your transpersonal chakra. And at the same time, that column is going down in a vortex through all your energy centers, signatures, clearing any debris and any energies that no longer serve you and any energies of anybody else's that you've collected along the way. Just going to dump that out. Like flushing the commode here. We're going to dump it all out of our system. Gaia herself will take the BS and turn it into fertilizer that can sustain the energies of creation. So just breathe that in and what that's like to be connected to the love and support that she has. Connect to that deity, the deity of your heart, the deity of your calling. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it sound like? What does it taste like? Allow all your senses to connect to the calling itself. And allow that energy to expand into your central column, into your being, and then out into your whole body. It can be a slow expansion. I'm here to download the knowing and feeling and understanding to trust the calling. And what it's like to trust it, to know it, and how to utilize the energy as your discernment. It's like an integration in how to utilize the tool of your calling as your discernment. Like trust it to guide you. So there's a repair being done within the templates of your encodements of any of I'm seeing frayed. It looks like little frayed energy lines. So it's being repaired for inner trust, like this inner trust of your own inner discernment and connecting to that. Oh boy, I really feel that in the third eye. Okay, so we're going to clear any filters there that no longer need to be there. kind of like changing the light bulb just to bring in a new aperture to see clearly. It's like that new aperture doesn't have the old derailing the old betrayal energy in it. So it's connecting to the new vision. So we're going to clear any OSPALs, any implants, any of those energies in all levels, all dimensions that no longer serve us. And if we are holding on to them for self-serving, for the calling to, I'm hearing synchronize these energies to this highest octave of energy so you can see the truth with new vision. Okay, so now there, as we're doing that, that vortex that we opened up above the crown and then out into our other dimensional aspects, that any energy that's connecting to the calling of our accumulated knowledge that we can utilize and bring into this now, into this moment, for that energy to download into the system with grace. Like I'm seeing this graceful flow, because some people it's like kind of a waterfall and other people it's a drop at a time. There. So breathe that in. So this is like your highest purpose, like your God realization energy that has always been there for you. It's connecting to that and aligning that through your heart, through your soul, through your center column, all the way down into that heart of Gaia, into your earth purpose. Gaia holds the records for us for this lifetime. She helps us stabilize those assignments and to anchor the missions in, because she waits for us. So feel that energy of that. Okay, so there's an infinity symbol below your feet. And we're going to activate that. And that's that love and support, that infinite love, wisdom, support from Gaia herself. And you can use that as a vortex to spiral out any energies that aren't yours. It's just like it's not mine, it's complete. And to just let these energies go. The denseness. And as that energy moves up the body, there's an infinity symbol at your knees. We're going to activate that. And that's how to move forth with this energy, how to stand in the foundation, how to be supported in the foundation, connected to your calling, being guided by the calling, and how to walk forth with that. The path. It's like allowing the path to unfold. So I'm seeing that energy like there's the infinity symbols, and then there's also a spiral that's going on up around the body itself. And now there's the infinity symbol at your root chakra. It's at your hips, and then it crisscrosses that root chakra. And right at that tailbone, it's going to upload Creator's definition of just survival and the truth of what that really is, your infinite survival, and clear out any distortions. I'm hearing it as scarcity and distorted survival codes, or corrupted survival codes. Nakaritoria satera, nakaritoria shatera, inna iloria sada, che shatera non katara yatara, innatoria shetena, nakaritoria satera, makatera, shete, 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 kitera lona sate, kerota, disitora, nali ketera setara. So that's activating like a golden Kundalini energy up through your spine, all the way through the structure of the bones itself. It's weaving in the golden Kundalini crossed energy, the crusted energy. And so that energy is moving up through all of those energies, centers, signatures, out into your parallel, up through your heart, at the sternum is where the soul assimilates into the sloth hood. So it's recalibrating your soul point to this highest octave of energy, and that the soul is like complete with like karmic assignments that no longer serves it. That it can connect. It's like the connection to the calling and what the soul answered and what that calling was. This higher octave of that. So any oaths, vows, commitments can be released that were karmically connected is what I'm hearing. Like karmically connected through the distortions, through the traumas. So there's a rewiring that's happening there. So drop into that heart space, into the calling and the connection of the calling and the soul. And you may hear a tone in there. It may be a hum, it could be a or it could be a total, like it's your own tone. It may be really low or some may be loud, but listen to that tone and allow that tone to retone all of your energy systems into this time we call now. I'm hearing into the new paradigm and what that template is that's been waiting to activate and to be downloaded and to be anchored in. That the calling is like ready to be there for us to anchor these codes in. Inako Korea City na Kariatara Shotoriata Iketo Itekota Nashatera City Nesitira Shotoria Satera. I heard this, so it is. Okay, so we're aligning our that God purpose. It's like this, the higher aspect that sees the whole picture of all of creation. So there's the infinity symbol above your head, and we're going to activate that into your solar codes. And then into like this, your whole creation codes of what this energy is, and that it's safe to have access to this. And it's like how to respond to it, because I heard some energy come up about responsibility again. And it's like the word responsibility is only the ability to respond. It's not the burden to carry, it's the ability to respond. So they're recoding that word and the truth of what that is. And to anchor that in, the ability to respond. So that activates that all God realization codes in with your soul codes, your soul purpose, and your earth purpose into one unified field. Okay, so breathe that energy in. And when you're ready, come back into this body and into this time we call now. And so as you all are coming in, I'm going to send some vibrations into water for you. So if you have a water container, that's cool. If you don't, then you can just set the intention of where it's going. So I see crystals like as ascended masters too, and the golden calcite energy was really strong. It was present, and when that last light language I was speaking, it felt like it was the golden calcite itself. So it helps rewire the central nervous system, and I could feel the energy supporting that energy was there, because it's a really soft, gentle energy that comes in. So if you have some of that, you may use it, you may want to use it, or when we put the vibration into the water. Okay. There's anything else? Tap here at the bridge of the nose itself. It's not really the third eye. If you want to tap the third eye, if you feel like to tap there, but I'm seeing to tap right at the bridge. It's bringing that energy in, and then maybe across the brows. Somebody that's helping anchor it in, and then all over to the ears, like up above your ears are your ear chakras. They're where you hear spirit. Okay. It feels like that helped anchor it in.
Thank you. How's everybody doing? I'm still processing. I know something came in or out during that process. It was like my my stomach was like in so much pain, you know, just clearing out stuff, emotions from my solar plexus and core star chakra area. Like, oof. Yeah, it was intense. So Aisha said, thank you, that was really peaceful. Jalen says, felt that one, thank you. Shocks through the body. So allow them to go. Just allow.
Yeah, just breathe with it.
Yeah, keep breathing. Great release, Angela says. Awesome, good, I'm glad. Yay. Dan says, great, thanks. I have trouble balancing my left and right, and it came into a hole. Good.
That's great. Yeah, I could feel the whatever that was going on in the brain for people and that balance to come in. You know, every time I do those there, I never ever say the same thing. It's like whatever the energy is of the day. It's it's, you know, and then even when I go back and listen to them, it's like, oh, wow, that was like a whole different flavor today.
Aisha says, I feel much lighter and the burdens on my shoulders are much less. Awesome. Good.
Good.
Awesome. So this is going to continue to process through. So please be gentle with yourself. Right? Drink that water.
Yes. The
For
water
sure
will help support you.
Yeah, that will help. Awesome. And again, please do take a look at working with Kimberly more. So you can go to alara.at/show/Kimberly7 and get package A or package B. Chanel says, I have a stomach ache. I feel like throwing up. Yeah. So
good for you. That's great. That's great. Get that out of you.
Exactly. I totally get you.
Yeah, sometimes with that energy, especially when it's, you know, not airs that we're carrying, you know, that in that's what happens. We detox it out. And sometimes it's just an energetic, you know, upheaving that happens with it.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Absolutely. That's why it's like, yep, this is what's happening. All right, I'm just gonna go with it. It's all good. Let it out. Sula says, thank you for tonight's powerful energy. I feel very sleepy and sweating a lot. Again, processing, letting it out. Good. And Suzanne, thank you. I feel centered and balanced. Awesome. Good. All right. Any last words of wisdom, Kimberly?
Oh, I'm just heard, let it be. It's like, yeah, be the light that you are. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Good. Aisha says, thank you. I feel so peaceful. This was a beautiful process. Good. Awesome.
Oh, like disconnecting to that mind matrix. All you all have to do, we did the process and described what I was seeing with it, but you just asked to do it because it's your own third eye that has plugged out into that stuff, you know, because it, you know, we did it for safety. And when you just say, just disconnect me, you know, disconnect from that matrix. And anytime any of that stuff starts coming in, then that's what I do. You know, it's like I had been watching something on YouTube the other night and I went to bed and I was tossing and turning. Of course, we were in the full moon energy too. But I was like, what in the world is inside of my head? It was like gerbils running around in there. And I just asked to disconnect to it. And then when I did, I saw like some things I had watched on YouTube. You know, I was being nosy about something and I saw all of these energies and emotions and thoughts and judgments that I had had. And it was like, okay, I tied in to, you know, when you're in something like that, you gave your conscious, you know, connection to it. And so I had, you know, connected to everybody else that was in that pod too. And then all that energy was still running through my mind that night. And I just asked to disconnect and then it just, you know, it went out. So it can be that fast. So just ask to disconnect from it and where you plugged into it yourself.
Awesome. Good. Thank you.
And it'll
happen. Easy peasy.
Right. Just do it. Just say, okay, disconnect from the chaotic mind matrix. I don't need these constructs that are out there.
Yeah. When they're coming up, don't just do it like disconnect from everything. No, just when stuff comes to your awareness, disconnect.
Yeah, then you're like I said before when I was talking to Linda or whoever, somebody, I don't know who it was. I don't know, it was Pac, but anyway, that when we're in that void, when we're in the no mind, then that's when all creation can come in.
Yeah.
That it's there, like our creation codes, we can connect to them.
Awesome. Thank you.
Did
Thank you.
anybody, what about the calling? I want to know, did anybody feel their calling or connect to it or see it in any way? Did you feel it as a being?
During the process?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was at the very, yeah. So just do that to keep at, like it's a being, just like you would call on something else, because it is you, and it is, it is your, part of your mastery. So start connecting to it, be its friend. Like when it started coming into me, then I would get up in the morning and go, okay, what do you want to do today? I would write in my journal, what can I do to support you? The calling. And then I would hear little things like, go do this, go do that, go. And it may just be, go plant your flowers, or, whatever it was. It's like the energy of that. So I started partnering with it.
Yeah. So start calling it in, and at the same time, create a relationship, build a rapport with it. Yeah.
You're right. It's like, how can I support you? So, because it wants to support us, it's here for us to be that, for it to be your,
Mm-hmm. So Jalen says, I saw this little blue fairy with long blonde hair and butterfly wings. Maybe want to paint again and get some plants. Awesome. Go for it.
Yay.
Do it.
Yay.
Yay. Nice.
Good.
Have fun with that. Right. And that's what it's about. It's about having fun with it. Not putting any agenda to it or expectations. Just have fun with it. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Good. All right. So
okay.
I think we're good for today. So thank you, everybody, for all your questions, comments, and feedback. Thank you, Kimberly, again, for another wonderful show, wonderful process. Yay. And everybody, please do check out the 2 packages that Kimberly has. They are available at alara.at/show/Kimberly7. So please do check them out. Work with her in package B if you can. And there are 2- and 3-part payment plans available for both packages. So check them out. All right. So thank you. Until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always.
Thank you for being the gift that you are. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.